HBO's The Last of Us show continues to be a complete and total disaster, and it is only getting worse and worse. And today we're going to be checking out everything that has been going on with the show because, oh my gosh, I cannot believe how much of an embarrassment this show is, all right? And we have a lot of details to cover with this, and much to the chagrin of the producers of this show, it is getting completely destroyed by audiences over on Rotten Tomatoes, where it is currently sitting for the second season at 43% rotten. Now you might be asking, why is it so low? Why are audiences completely obliterating the show, even when they gave season 1 a very high rating? Well, we're going to get into all of that and seeing what is going on, because it is actually just horrific how bad this show is, and it is only getting worse and worse. As you can see by the headline here, you can see how some of the insanity is going in the show, where you have a not straight female character who is declaring, I'm gonna be a dad. And this is something that Bella Ramsey says in the show. I'm not gonna call her Ellie because she's not Ellie whatsoever. I've not been really following the show too much up until this point because I stopped watching after episode 3 of season 1, and well, it's because, you know, I just couldn't handle all of the Skittle community nonsense that was in that episode. You can call me whatever phobe you want to. It doesn't really change anything for me. That episode had just no relevancy whatsoever to the rest of the show, and it's very obvious that they were just trying to virtue signal a bunch of crap. So we're going to get into this because season 2 is even worse than season 1 in every way possible, okay? And it's pure cringe. Let's get into this and see what is going on. Season 2 of The Last of Us has viewers fuming as the show about surviving and avenging murder in a post-apocalyptic society began honing in on not straight Skittle community love story nonsense that even features a female main character declaring, I'm gonna be a dad. This is the type of nonsense and insanity that we have to deal with in Hollywood today after finding out that her bi girlfriend conceived a child with a mutual friend who was a male, of course, you know, because that's how reality works, whether they want to try to change reality or not. So this is, of course, the clip of them talking about this. It is absolutely insane.
So we're having a baby. I mean, we, and also, I guess, Jesse here. It was Jesse, right?
So, I mean, what you're basically saying, well, you sleep around a lot, so you might be a 304 as well.
We're all having a baby. Holy shit. I'm gonna be a dad. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, bro. Oh, I just found out about this like a couple days ago that this was in the show. I can't believe it, dude. But if you think that is bad enough, it only gets worse and worse, guys. So The Last of Us 2 was already pretty woke, and Pride Town made its appearance tonight. Episode 4 just beats you over the head with the propaganda. Now, mind you, this show is supposed to be taking place in like 2003, okay? 2003! You weren't seeing any of this type of stuff in 2003. This type of stuff was not around, just like what Data Races says here. In the game, Outbreak Day happens in 2013. In the HBO show, it's 2003. SJWs always pretend history doesn't exist, and pride flags were everywhere in 2003, apparently, which, of course, if anybody has lived long enough to be there in 2003, you know that that is just not the case whatsoever. HBO stays true to the source material when it fits the message, and that is exactly the case. These are just more of the screenshots. It's just completely ridiculous, completely insane. But that's basically what this entire show has turned into, is just, you know, Skittle community propaganda, and it's absolutely ridiculous, and it totally makes sense why the show is getting completely destroyed, much to the disappointment of people like Neil Druckmann and Pedro Pascal and others who are not very happy about this. With all that being said, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Let me know if you have been watching The Last of Us, what you think about it, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.